Los Angeles, the city of angels, is no stranger to the threat of wildfires. For decades, these infernos have swept through the hills and canyons, leaving a trail of destruction in their wake. But in recent years, something has changed. The fires are becoming more frequent. They are burning hotter and spreading faster than ever before. A new era of megafires has arrived, fueled by a force far greater than any match or lightning strike: climate change. The sight of flames engulfing hillside homes has become an all-too-familiar scene in Southern California. The air, once heavy with the scent of orange blossoms and ocean breezes, is now often choked with smoke. The once vibrant hillsides, painted with chaparral and dotted with oak trees, are often left blackened and scarred. Climate change is turning up the heat, making a dangerous situation even worse. The Earth's climate is changing at an alarming rate, and Los Angeles is on the front lines of this global crisis. One of the most dramatic effects of climate change is rising temperatures. As greenhouse gases trap heat in the atmosphere, the planet is warming, leading to record-breaking temperatures worldwide. In Los Angeles, this means hotter summers, longer heat waves, and an increased risk of extreme fire weather. The link between rising temperatures and wildfires is clear. As temperatures rise, so does evaporation. This process draws moisture out of the soil and vegetation, turning the landscape into a tinderbox. The hotter and drier the conditions, the more easily fires can ignite and spread. In a region already prone to wildfires, even a small increase in temperature can have devastating consequences. California is no stranger to drought. The state has always experienced periods of dry weather, but climate change is making these droughts more frequent, severe, and prolonged. The lack of rainfall has a profound impact on the landscape, turning once lush hillsides into tinder-dry fuel for wildfires. As the soil dries out and vegetation withers, the risk of wildfires increases dramatically. The prolonged drought in California has created the perfect conditions for megafires. Years of below-average rainfall have left the vegetation parched and highly flammable. When a fire ignites in these dry conditions, it can spread with astonishing speed, fueled by the abundance of dry vegetation. Drought is a silent but deadly accomplice to climate change, exacerbating the threat of wildfires in Los Angeles. Section 4. Fueling the flames. How climate change fans the fires. Climate change is not just about rising temperatures and prolonged droughts. It is also fueling extreme weather patterns that increase the risk of wildfires. From intense heat waves to powerful windstorms, these events create the perfect conditions for fires to ignite and spread out of control. One of the most dangerous weather patterns is the Santa Ana winds. These hot, dry winds blow from the desert towards the coast, carrying with them the potential for disaster. As they race through canyons and over hillsides, the Santa Ana winds can turn small fires into raging infernos in a matter of hours. Climate change is intensifying these wind events, making them more frequent and more destructive. The combination of drought, high temperatures, and strong winds creates a recipe for disaster in fire-prone areas like Los Angeles. Section 5. Our Burning Planet: A Call to Action. The link between climate change and the increase in wildfires in Los Angeles is undeniable. The science is clear. Rising temperatures, prolonged droughts, and extreme weather patterns are fueling these infernos, putting lives, homes, and ecosystems at risk, but there is still time to act. We must confront the climate crisis with the urgency it demands for the sake of our planet and future generations. Addressing climate change requires a collective effort from individuals, communities, and governments around the world. We must transition away from fossil fuels and invest in renewable energy sources. We must protect our forests and restore degraded ecosystems. And we must adapt to the changing climate by making our communities more resilient to wildfires and other climate-related disasters. The future of Los Angeles, and indeed the entire planet, depends on our actions today.